Hello, welcome back. Tomhmagic here with another world edit design machine, world edit for Bedrock. I have released a video yesterday on one of the machines which you can see behind me, which I've slightly improved. However, I have, just like I said in the last video, I wanted to show you how you can have multiple different kind of mounds that you clone. Just like behind me, you've got the stone. You could have other things like grass, dirt, snow. So in inventing this machine, I have made the old one obsolete. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can use this one for a single mound or for multiple. It's tileable. You can carry it on. So this is the machine. This can be as small as just 2 blocks wide if you're going just for the one mound. If you're going for multiple, it's just going to carry on. So for the guys using the old design, I have made it slightly better by removing the dropper hopper combination and just going straight into a block, into the 2 droppers there. But when you see this one, you wouldn't want to use this one. This has like a tick or two. People who know a lot more about the actual physics of redstone will probably correct me, but I don't know how many ticks there is in that today. I think it's 2, but someone would know better. This one uses scoreboards, which is given a much instant register. So I've got my 4 different mounds here. I've got the stone one, the coarse dirt one, a snow, and did I say stone, not snow over there, and grass. So I've got my blocks here. I've got my stop as always, your stone, dirt, snow, and grass. And this is all pretty much instant. So if I want to go stone, I've got stone. If I want to go dirt, snow, grass. Change between them if you want to be quick, and then you stop to stop it. So I haven't tested to see how quick the stop is, but pretty much instant, where before you would want to stand there just for a second just for the redstone to register. And some other machines I've built in the past, which is like the old one but had redstone lines running across it to stop all the droppers, would take a second. So this is pretty much instant. I'm not gonna build it block for block because you should be able to see most of it. These blocks aren't necessary. They're just there just to help understand which one's which. But to set it up, you want to first run 3 command blocks in a row here, all into each other because it's going to be a chain. Starting off with a repeat command, which is a test for. Just like before, testing for the item WE stop. And that's on a repeat, always active. What that's going to do is it's going to kill it instantly. And that's on a chain conditional and always active. So unlike the previous machine which did it on an impulse, this is doing it on a chain command, so conditional, always active. And then what you're doing is you're going to have a scoreboard, and you're going to set a score for the armor stand, which you can just see to the left there. So there's the command for the scoreboard. I will show you the command of how to add the scoreboard if you're not sure. But that is add in the scoreboard for the armor stand named World Edit with a capital W. And the WE is the name of the scoreboard for World Edit. So this is the named armor stand, which you can either grab by summoning it or you can just name it with a name tag. So that's the stop. All the others are pretty much the same at the bottom here. So they start off with the test for. So WE stone, WE dirt, snow, and grass. And they're all on repeat, always active. And the conditionality is unconditional. And then they all have a kill for the same items. WE stone, dirt, snow and grass. The only thing that slightly changes in all of these is the number on the scoreboard. So they all get given their own number. So this one's set to 1, to 2, and so on. And this one up to 4. And the more machines you have, the higher that number would go. Or the less machines. If you're just using this to clone just the one mound as a better version to that machine, then you just need these two. So you'd just be setting the score to 1. And this one would always be 0. This would be in every machine, your stop. Then in the top one, and this could be anywhere, you don't have to have it exactly like this, is a test for command again, but this is testing for the armor stand and their score on the scoreboard of 1, and the rest of them, which I'll show you, would be the 2, 3 and 4 and so on. So that's the syntax to test for the armor stand and the arguments for to locate that armor stand. Some people may just put the name equals world edit. You don't necessarily need the type equals armor stand, but for if some odd reason someone joined the world and their name was world edit and they managed to get a score, then the test for would be true. So you always put that in just as a backup. So that is repeat always active, and then this is going into our clone command. So just like the others, which was repeating redstone active in the previous design, this one's the same type of clone command as before. So this one's locating the stone behind us. So you just need to get your coordinates of the X, Y and Z for the clone, and then your relative coordinates for the block. And this one is a chain conditional, that is a must, and always active. Make sure you and I would, out of practice, set these settings before you write the code in. You don't want to do what I just did before I recorded this video and leave one to unconditional, because it would mean, because this repeating command block behind it is always active, this would always be running as well. And I ran a grass mound straight through my machine, so I had to rebuild it just before the video, so you don't want to do that. So these are all slightly different just in the coordinates for each individual mound, and these are just testing for the different scores. So WE equals 2, equals 3 and equals 4. And that is the command block setup. Just the back end setup is the scoreboards. So to add yourself a scoreboard, you want to do /scoreboard in the chat. You want to go over to objectives, add, and I'm just going to do WE2 for now, dummy. And if you're abbreviating like I've done to make it easier to write your commands rather than having a long objective string, then I would put a display name in there, because then if you ever list your scoreboards and just execute that command, if you ever list them, it would show you what their names are. So if we do scoreboard objectives list, then it shows the display as world edits, and that will remind you, as if you are a map builder and you're building and you're using scoreboards to track a lot of different things. It can get confusing with too many abbreviations, and I have before forgotten what scoreboards do, well, which scoreboard did what, so I had to go back and retrack. That's when I remembered to add the display name. And just as always, you want to add your ticking area. Now I would recommend building this probably closer to your mounds that you're cloning. You could even stack it up in the same chunk if you really want to, but I'll just put that ticking area command in again, which is slash ticking area. Then you want to add. I always go circle, but you can do the coordinates and follow the syntax. You can, again here, you can actually write the coordinates in, but I'm just doing it from where I'm standing. I'm going to do a radius as a 4, and I'm going to call it world edit. I think I've already done world edit 2, so world edit 3. There we go. So that should, I've got everything in because it'll be a 64 by 64. And then there you go. There's the machine. Just give you one little teaser of it working. Just as always, if you could leave a like, subscribe, or a comment if there's anything you didn't understand, I'm more than happy to explain. If you are building the machine and you get really stuck, hit me a message and I can always pop in the world with you and make some tweaks for you. But thank you for watching.